Yo! What's good, everybody? It's your boy King Don. I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be doing what if Deku had the powers of Maui. So I really like this concept, and if you guys don't know who Maui is, he's one of the main characters in a Disney movie called Moana. And if you still haven't watched that movie, you're slacking, bro. Like, you're slacking. You gotta watch all the Disney movies. All of them. All of them. I said all of them. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get started. So this story doesn't actually start when Nezuko is born. The story starts when Inko actually meets Maui. So Maui, after thousands of years protecting mankind, Maui decided to actually go into the city. That's where he found different stuffs and all this stuff where there's buildings and all that stuff, and Maui was actually confused because he thought that there was just ocean everywhere. Even though he's a demigod, let's just pretend that he didn't know. Alright, so one day he actually meets Inko Midoriya and all that stuff. They come close. She teaches him about how humans are these days and all that stuff, and you guys know they make a child. And that child is Izuku Midoriya, and they'll both be very proud of their son and all that stuff. So Maui unfortunately would not be around as much. He'll come home every 2 months for about a week because he was actually really busy at, saving the world, quote unquote. He's not an official hero, but he just goes around a whole world helping out people. So that's how it is. He's kind of unknown since he's goes everywhere, and he's just so fat, and he shapeshifts into different animals. People can't really recognize him. So Maui, after doing all this hero work, is still not recognized for his thing. It's whatever. So of course, when Izuku is 4 years old, Izuku is quirkless as usual, and Izuku, like in the anime, would be devastated and ask his mom if he could still be a hero. So Izuku would actually go outside, and he'll be sitting on the porch where his dad comes flying in as an eagle and turns back to normal. And Izuku would be excited to see his dad, but not as excited he would be normally. So Maui notices that. He's like, Izuku, wait, what's wrong? He's like, Dad, I found out I was quirkless. And Maui's like, wait, you were quirkless? He's like, yeah. The doctor said that I have this bone in my toes, and people with quirks don't have it, or whatever, the other way or whatever. And he said I'm never gonna develop a quirk. And he's like, dang, it's okay, Izuku, it's okay. Then Izuku starts crying. It's like, I wanted to become a hero. I wanted to become like you. I wanted to be a hero that just saved everyone. And that's when Maui's like, Izuku. He's like, what? You know where I got my powers from? Izuku's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I got it from the gods. He's like, wait, what? Yeah, a quirk, right? He's like, no, I don't have a quirk, Izuku. I'm actually a demigod. And Izuku's like, wait. You're a what? He's like, yeah, as a child, my parents didn't want me, so they threw me into the oceans, and the gods picked me up and they blessed me with these powers that I have. So now I sworn to protect humanity. That's what it is. And he's like, wait, what? He's like, yeah. And since you're parts demigod, I could actually give you my powers. And Zuko's like, wait, what? Wait, what are your powers exactly? He's like, well, my powers mostly lie in this hook where I can have where I can shapeshift into any animal. And also, I have immense strength. And I'm immortal. And it's like, wait, you're immortal? But then what? How long are you alive? He's like, it's hard to keep count these days. But ever since I met your mother, it's just, everything's just been different. And it's like, sweet. He's saying that I could actually be a hero? It's like, yes. Since, I always wanted to be with your mother, I'm willing to give you. And before you can finish that sentence, Maui just gets this overwhelming feeling around like his neck or something. And Maui's like, wait, it can't be. And Izuku's like, wait, what's wrong? It's like, he looks at Izuku straight in his face and he says, Izuku, I love you. And Izuku's like, yeah, I love you too, Dad. What's going on? He's like, tell your mother that I'll see her soon. And Izuku's like, wait, Dad, where are you going? And he just flies away as a hawking as fast as he can. And Izuku runs back into the house saying, Mom, Dad just left. Dad came and we had a talking and suddenly he said he had to go. And he said that you would know what's happening. And Inko would be like, you would, oh no. And Inko would be like, and Izuku would be like, what's wrong, Mom? Oh no. He mentioned it, but I didn't think you would actually come this soon. And Izuku's like, what's wrong, Mom? And Inko's like, Izuku, listen. Your dad, you're not gonna see him for a while. And Izuku's like, well, what do you mean? He just, like, your dad has to deal with something really bad. Something that would actually decide our fates. And Izuku would be like, what the? Inko replies like, don't worry, Izuku. I believe in your father. He will stop this. And Izuku's like, yeah, but Izuku, do you believe in your father? And he's like, yeah, I do. Then there's nothing else to discuss. And Izuku's like, alright. And Izuku would go to sleep all sad and confused that, like, why did Mom get all serious and Dad just left suddenly in a hurry and all this stuff. And that would actually make Izuku forget. He's freaking, well, not forget, just get him off the track of like being sad because he doesn't have a quirk. So actually, freaking, what happened is that Maui had this prophecy where you would have this big battle with the demon that would destroy the human realm, and they were destined to fight sooner than later, and that was the time. He didn't anticipate it to be this soon, where he still had Izuku and all these kids, and no, not all these kids, where he has his wife and Izuku, but it's his duty. It was the reason why the gods gave him the powers. He was destined to fight this guy. And the guy that Maui is fighting is Abaddon, the destroyer. And before I get heated in the comments saying, no, this is messed up. This is not even, Maui is Hawaiian. This is like, just chill down. Just let it go. Let it go. So Maui would actually arrive to the location where Abaddon is, and Maui would be like, Abaddon! It's time to end this! And Abaddon would be like, Maui, I guess the gods did have some defense, but you're gonna lose. And Maui's like, ah! And they would start to have a fight that would actually last a whole decade. And this fight, none of them were losing stamina or nothing. It was just all throwing punches and all that stuff. Maui turning into different animals. Abaddon using his fire abilities and different abilities. I'll just make abilities while I go around. Alright, fire abilities and all that stuff. So after that the last year of the decade, Maui and Abaddon would both be very hurt. and Maui would have a giant hole in his stomach, and Abaddon would have like one half of his face just blown out, and Abaddon's like, Maui, you're gonna lose, and Maui's like, shut the hell up, and Abaddon's like, once I kill you, I'm gonna kill that wretched family that you made and everyone that you love. And Maui's like, and Maui goes in for a freaking slap with his hook, and he slashes Abaddon's face, getting a critical blow, which actually makes Abaddon freaking fall down to the ground, bleeding and everything, bleeding out. And Maui's like, it's done. And Maui would be like, gotta get back to it. Inko and Izuku, I have to tell them what happened. And then Maui would actually muster up the strength to turn into an eagle and fly to Izuku's and Inko's location. And while Maui's flying away, Abaddon would actually wake back up and be like, damn that Maui. I've lost all my strength after this fight. Have to muster it or give it away. And all that stuff. So Izuku, after 10 years, would be curious of where his dad went, and Inko would never really mention it to anyone else, like not Tobako's mom or nothing. She would just say, like as usual in the anime, that he's on a business trip and all that stuff, and they would believe it, but yeah, they would take the excuse, but people would just think that the dad just left him, and yeah, he went to get some milk and all that stuff. But Izuku knew the truth. So yeah, Izuku one day after, getting the usual bullied at school, would come back home and straight go outside. And he'll start reflecting like, where did dad go and all that stuff. Until he hear a flapping noise and be like, wait, what? And he just hears... And it was Maui. He just dropped down to the ground, and Izuku would be like, Dad! And run straight over to him. And he's like, Dad, what the? It's been so long. Where did you go? And Maui would be like, Izuku, listen. And Izuku would be like, wait, what? Hearing the urgency in his name, in his voice just stopped completely. And he says, Izuku, the reason why I left that day was because I had a battle. It's like, what kind of battle? It's like, it's a battle that decided the fate of Earth itself. And Izuku be like, wait, what the? He's like, yes. The reason why the gods actually chose me is because they wanted me to stop this threat. They wanted me to stop him. It's like, who's this him? He's like, Abaddon, the destroyer. He was destined to destroy Earth until I was sent here to stop him. And I think I may have done that. But I took some hard blows from him. I don't think I'm gonna survive this. But Izuku's like, wait, but Mom told me that you're immortal. You told me you're immortal. How are you dying? It's like, it doesn't work like that when you're facing under demigods. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it doesn't work like that. I just wanted you to know that I didn't get to finish what I was going to say all those years ago. Do you remember what I was going to say? And he's like, what? It's like, that you're part demigod too. And you said that you're quirkless, and I felt bad. And so I decided that I was going to pass down the powers down to you. And Zuko be like, wait, what? No, Dad, stop talking like that. Stop talking like you're gonna die. And Zuko's and Mom was like, Zuko, it's okay. I know you want to be a hero. And this is how you can be a hero. My time here is finished. I've done what I've done what I was made to do. What these powers were supposed to do. Now, it's time to pass it down to my son. And Izuku will be like, no, but... And that's when Inko comes running out. It's like, Maui! And Mom would be like, Inko! And she'll be crying instantly, be like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. And Inko will be like, stop lying to me. And he's like, yeah, yeah, I'm pretty messed up. And yeah, he start talking to her what happened and all that stuff. And he'll tell her that let Izuku take on the mantle of this, Maui. And she'll be like, no, I don't want this fate for him. It's like, you have to, Inko. The boy wants to be a hero. And I have the ability to be a hero, to help him become a hero. I haven't been here for a whole decade of his life. Let this be the gift I give to him, please. And Inko will be like, all right. And Maui will be like, now that's settled. I can go on. And she'd be like, no, please. And Maui would be like, Inko, Izuku, I love you. And then he dies. And they would both do the shonen scream, of course, like in Dragon Ball Z when how Gon died. No, did I say Gon? How Gohan died and Trunks was like, no, turning into Super Saiyan. Kind of like that with both Inko and Izuku. So, yeah. So, a few days later, they would actually prepare a funeral for Maui and all that stuff. And all Inko's friends and, friends that Maui made. He did make friends just because plot. So, and yeah, and also surprisingly, Katsuki came with Bakugo. And Izuku will be like, wait, Bakugo's doing here? And Inko will be like, Katsuki. Katsuki will be like, Inko, I'm so sorry. And she'll be like, yeah. And they were all talking like that. And Izuku would be standing right by the dad's grave. Like, doesn't really care what Bakugo's here right now. He just wants to, honor his dad. And that's when Bakugo walks up to Izuku and he puts his hand on his shoulder. And Izuku would look back, like in a vicious way, because like he thought Bakugo was going to say something disrespectful. But Bakugo would be like, I'm sorry for your loss, Izuku. And Izuku would be like, wait, what? He actually said something nice? Well, not nice, but something considerate, because saying it's okay, it's not nice that your parent died. But anyways, he actually said, I'm sorry for your loss, Izuku. It's okay, man. You can get through this. And Izuku would be confused and be like, Kachan, what are you doing here? It's like, what does it look like? I'm here for the funeral. But Izuku's like, you know that you was bullying me all this time. Like, why do you think you can decide to come here? It's like, well, yeah, that's true, but that doesn't mean I can't honor your father. It's still someone's life that's been lost. And I at least wanted to be respectful for that, alright? And Izuku would be like, alright then, man. So yeah, Izuku would be turned back to his dad's, grave, and he'll have a determined on his face and be like, yes, alright, Dad. I will take up the mantle. And I will become the #1 hero. I will keep the earth safe that you have done for thousands of years. So yeah. So 3 weeks later, and now it's the beginning of the anime and all that stuff. So, during these 3 months, ever since Izuku's dad died, Bakugo really stopped messing with Izuku and just left him alone because he knew what he was going through, and he told people to leave him alone, and they left him alone because Bakugo, he's Bakugo. So yeah, now it's the beginning of the anime, and the teacher, of course, in the anime yet again says all that stuff like, you guys want to be heroes and all that stuff. And then Bakugo has his speech. And he says, oh yeah, Midoriya, don't you want to go to UA? And this time, no one really laughs. So like, Izuku's just like, yeah, I want to go to UA. And he's like, all right then, good luck. It's a top prestigious school. The best of the best. Make sure you train real hard. All right? And Izuku's like, yes. So it was kind of a normal reaction from everyone from the class. They didn't really want to laugh or say nothing because Izuku's still kind of grieving for his father's death, and laughing at someone when they parent has died, like, yeah, now you're just being an absolute prick. Absolute prick. So yeah. So after school, Izuku would be packing his stuff and Baku would come up and be like, hey, Izuku. And Izuku would be like, what? Why are you applying the UA? And Izuku's like, well, because I want to be a hero. But it's like, don't you understand that this is the best of the best? People with actual strong quirks? I'm sorry, Izuku, but you're quirkless. I don't think you can get into this school. And Izuku's like, oh, okay, God, just leave me alone. I heard that the UA doesn't have that rule anymore that you have to have a quirk to get in. But Baku's like, you don't understand though. If you don't have a quirk, you could get hurt. Do you think your dad would want that? And Izuku's like, what'd you say about my dad? And Baku's like, whatever, Izuku. Hey, you do you. I was just trying to tell you that if you die, that's not my fault. I warned you. And Bakugo just walks away with his gang and all that stuff. And Izuku would be pissed off and he would just get over it. So Izuku would be walking back home and he's thinking that it's finally time that he should actually use the hook. Because those 3 months he didn't really touch it because he was afraid of the responsibility. He was afraid for not living up to his dad's standards, and he was afraid of that. But now that UA is coming around, he has to, and he's thinking about how he could use the hook, like how he can train himself to use the hook. And Izuku would be too deep into his thoughts that he wouldn't hear the Sludge pop up until the Sludge speaks to him, like, give me your body, kid, and he'll jump onto Izuku as usual. Basically, that part of the what if stays the same, where Izuku's panicking, all that stuff. He's like, I'm gonna die, and that's when All Might comes around and he throws his Detroit Smash. And Izuku afterwards, of course, would have a fanboy and have that fanboy moment until All Might's like, wait, I think I know you. And Zuko's like, wait, what? Oh my, I don't think you know me. You've never met me. And all that stuff. And he's like, wait, was your father Maui? And Zuko's like, wait, how do you know my father? And All Might's like, wow, yeah, isn't your dad Maui? He's like, yeah, he was. And All Might be like, oh, snap, I'm sorry for your loss about him, and sorry about your loss. And Izuku's like, wait, how do you know about my dad? Like, he said that he wasn't very popular because he never registered to be a hero and he just go around the world. And people wouldn't recognize him because of his shape-shifting. And All Might be like, yes, that's true, but one time we had this, mission together and we worked together. And ever since that mission, we were actually great friends. But 10 years ago, he just stopped calling and we never met together. And then suddenly I heard he's dead. And I want to know what happened to him. It's crazy. What happened? And Izuku like, yeah, my dad was on a big mission. That's what happened, and he was deep into his cover until he was caught, and yeah, he was murdered. And all but like, oh, snap. And yeah, Izuku didn't really want to tell All Might about all this stuff where it was his destiny to fight Abaddon and all this stuff, and it was a decade-long fight, and he died in his own arms and all that stuff. So, and that the power, and he has the power of Maui now and stuff like that. He didn't want to really get into that because if you told All Might that, could really be complicated. So yeah. So I'm gonna say as All Might jumps away and all that stuff. So I'm gonna say, just for plot sakes, All Might does an oopsie and drops the Sludge villain. So Izuku would be walking home, just kind of like, excited that he met All Might himself, and he's kind of curious how his dad knew All Might, and he's like, why didn't he tell me? And all that ish. So Hazuki be walking home until he hears a giant explosion where he would actually run towards the direction and to see what's going on. And that's when he arrives and he sees that Bakugo is being attacked by the same sludge villain and he's being suffocated. And Hazuki would be basically have the same reaction in the anime where you would think it's his fault that he distracted All Might with the conversation of his dad and all that stuff, and he'll feel bad. And All Might being there like, I'm a bad hero and all that stuff, and Hazuku's body would just start running and all that stuff, and Hazuku like, what am I doing? And Hazuku would be like, what am I doing? And he would go up to the sludge man and he'd start clawing, and Bakugo would be like, Hazuku, what are you doing? And same as usual. And I'm gonna say this time Hazuku was able to get Bakugo out, but as he was pulling him out, the sludge man was like, damn you kid! And he'll throw a massive try to throw a punch at the sludge man, and Hazuku would be standing in front of Bakugo protecting him. It's like, I won't let you. And he kind of does like a weak, he's like, Detroit smash, and Hazuku throws up his fist, and the sludge man is like, ah! And suddenly the sludge man gets obliterated, and everyone's like, whoa, what the? And Zuko's like, and he opens his eyes and he's like, what just happened? And he looks behind, he's like, he thought maybe it was a hero or nothing, and everyone's just staring at Zuko, just all like flabbergasted. Not flabbergasted, they were all confused of what happened. They're like, wait, did that kid? They're like, yeah, the kid did. And it was like, yeah. And Izuku would be like so confused about what happened. And Izuku would come back and everyone would start praising him. Like, oh, what? Wait, kid, what is your quirk? Because that amazing strength that you displayed there was amazing. And Izuku would be like, what are you guys talking about? They're like, did you not see that you punched that Slytherin and you obliterated it? And Zuba like, wait, what? I did that? They're like, yeah, who else? Making a joke. And Hazuka realizes that he unlocked, he tapped into his potential, his demi-god potential, and he used the godly strength that his father had. And Hazuka, having that, realized that he found his way how to harness his dad's power. And now, having that, he's really excited what he can do in the future now. So yeah, Izuku gets some praise, and also Bakugo gets some praise for withstanding the sludge event as usual. So Izuku would be walking home, and Izuku would be happy because now he has a start of what he can do. So yeah, Izuku would be walking home, and then Bakugo comes around saying like, I didn't need your help and all that stuff, and all that there. So Izuku be walking, and that's when All Might comes. He's like, I am here. And that's when All Might actually turns into Small Might. And this is the first time Izuku saw Small Might. And he would be freaking out. And, where's All Might? Where's All Might? And All Might be like, relax, kid. I can explain. And he explains his situation. That he had this big fight with the villain called All For One, and he's never been the same since. And he's like, that's why I want to give you my quirk. And he's like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, I know you're the son of Maui, and I saw he was pretty strong, and I wasn't sure when we first met, but now I'm sure you most definitely have his strength. Nah, he's shape-shifting though, but yeah, we digress. So what do you say? And Izuku be like, oh my, I really appreciate this offer, but I'm not gonna take one for all. And yeah, people that wanted Izuku to take one for all, get mad. He's already strong, bro. He has godly strength. He's a freaking demigod, alright? He's a freaking demigod. He has godly strength. He has the strength to pull up a freaking island from the oceans, from the sea. That's what Maui done, bro. That's what Maui done. Like, come on. Like, come on, man. Like, god damn. So yeah, Izuku rejects one for all, and All Might would be like, wait, why? It's like, I want to honor my dad. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, All Might. I kind of lied to you earlier, my dad told me that he's gonna give me his powers and that I would be the next Maui. And I want to respect that and become the next Maui. Be able to use his hook, to use his power for the good of humanity. And All Might respect that because he's like, that's basically what One for All is doing. And All Might respects that and he's like, alright then, kid. You do that. You do that. But here's my number just in case you need help or anything. And it'll be like, thanks, All Might. Thanks. So Izuku would walk away and All Might be like, he didn't want One for All. I can respect it. But I need someone else. Huh. Maybe that other kid during the Sludge attack. He seemed pretty strong. So Izuku goes home and goes home and he goes into the room where his father's hook is, and that's when Izuku decides, he's like, I decided I'm gonna become the next #1 hero in my father's honor and to protect humanity. And he grabs the hook and he lifts it up and he's like, ah, this is heavy. And he instantly puts it down, making a loud thump. And Inko's like, Izuku, what was that? He's like, nothing. So yeah, Izuku researches that, realizes that he can't really train in his own room. So he needs a space where he can train. So he searches online where he finds a beach with just a bunch of trash where he can just do whatever he wants at that point. So Izuku takes the hook and he goes down to the beach where, surprisingly, Izuku saw someone else. Izuku would be looking and he'd be like, is that All Might? And he'd be like, wait, who's that other is that Kachan? So Izuku would be like, hey! And he'd run up to there and All Might would be like, huh, it's young Midoriya. And Bakugo would be like, Midoriya? And Izuku would be like, hey, All Might, wait, Bakugo, what are you doing here? And Bakugo would be like, what the hell are you doing here, Deku? And All Might would be like, calm down, young Bakugo. Remember what we talked about. And Bakugo would instantly calm down and be like, alright, All Might. And All Might be like, hey, what are you doing here? I didn't expect to see you so soon. It's like, yeah, I actually came to train with my dad's hook. I gotta, harness the abilities, right? And All Might like, yeah. And Izuku like, what are you doing here? And All Might's like, well, since you didn't want One for All, I found my next successor. And Izuku like, wait, you giving One for All to Bakugo? And Bakugo be like, what's that supposed to mean? And Izuku be like, wow, I just didn't think Bakugo. He's like, yeah, I saw great potential in him. And with the little tweaks in that, I think he could be a really strong hero and a great successor with One for All. Yeah. So yeah, All Might offer if he want to train with them, and Izuku would accept. And well, of course, Bakugo getting angry, but he got over it. So the 10 months, Izuku would be trying to harness his father's power until one day he does, but he turns into a goldfish, and Izuku would be like, this is not what I was looking for. And yeah, he would keep trying to shapeshift and all that stuff, and eventually he was able to do it where he would become as good, compared to his father. Oh, right, screw it. I'm just gonna say he masters his father's hook. And he was able to turn into the different animals at will and all that stuff. And Izuku's strength would be godly. Izuku would actually fight All Might one day, and All Might be like, I think it's good training, while Bakugo's trying to harness his One for All. So Izuku would actually fight All Might, and he would actually really challenge All Might until he actually beat him. And All Might would be like, wait, what? And Izuku would just laugh. He's like, told you, don't underestimate a demi-god. And All Might would be like, what? And he's like, no, nothing. Nothing. And All Might would be like, yeah, right. So yeah. So Izuku trained the 10 months with All Might Bakugo, and he was able to learn everything. And I'm just gonna say Bakugo, he was able to get about 5% one for all just because. And Izuku's default strength, it's stronger than one for all, 100% of one for all. And Izuku now having the mastery over his father's hook, he has gained immortality. So yeah, that's a pickle. But immortality is not that bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah. And during the 10 months, he became more like a frenemy with Bakugo, where Bakugo right now is in the dust compared to Midoriya. Izuku goes back home feeling happy that he was finally able to master his dad's quirk, until Izuku was changing, until he saw a tattoo on his stomach and be like, oh, what the hell is this? And he'd be freaking out, trying to rub it out, until the tattoo formed where it's a mini Izuku with his hook up in the air, signaling that he's finally done it. It was Izuku's first accomplishment, and Izuku remembered that his dad just had so many tattoos on him, and he would wonder what they all meant. And his dad told him one day he would tell him all about these tattoos, but unfortunately he died. Until Izuku realizes that all those tattoos were his dad's accomplishments. And Izuku's first tattoo is his accomplishment of mastering his dad's hook. And Izuku's mini him would come to life, where it's him mastering the quirk, his hook. So yeah. So finally, a few days later, it's finally time for the UA exam. Izuku would register his hook so he'd be able to use it, because quote unquote he needed it to use his quirk. So yeah, that's what he told him. My bad. So Izuku enters the UA exam with the giant hook on his back, and everyone's just staring at him. It's like, why does he have a hook and all that stuff? So yeah, Izuku in his mind be like, crap, this is actually pretty heavy. Why is this freaking heavy? I was like, ugh. And Izuku be trying to adjust the hook so it doesn't hurt him as much. And that's when he trips, and Izuku's like, oh crap. And that's when he gets saved by, you know the name, Uraraka. Comment down below if you like my singing. You guys probably thought I was trash, but yeah. One day releasing a song to stay on guard. One day I might release a whole single. You never know. So yeah. Yeah, Izuku, and just like in the anime, got saved by Uraraka. And this time he plays it off better. He's like, oh no, yeah, I'm good. She's like, I'm sorry to use my quirk on you. It's like, no, it's all fine. I was just stretching, that's why. It's like, oh, but it looked like you were gonna fall. It's like, no. It's just a weird way of stretching, but I appreciated you actually trying to save me, quote unquote save me. But it's all good. She'd be like, oh, my bad. Now I feel embarrassed. And it was like, no, it's all good. Hey, what's your name? It's like, T'Chaka Uraraka. Yours? He's like, yeah, Izuku Midoriya. Yeah, Izuku Midoriya. Izuku tried to put on a deep voice to act cool. Uraraka would see right through it and be like, yeah, alright then, good luck on the exam. See ya. And it'd be like, yeah, see ya. And Izuku would be like, oh my god. I embarrassed myself in front of her. Crap. Oh, Dad saw this. He would be laughing at me. And that's when Izuku would feel like a weird feeling on his stomach, and he looked, and it's his mini tattoo of himself laughing at Izuku, and Izuku's like, oh, damn it. And he would just walk back into the hall. So yeah, Izuku would take the test as usual, and all that stuff, jibber jabber goes the same. And it's finally time for the practical exam. And Izuku would be there, and he would see that Uraraka is feeling troubled, and then he gets stopped by Ida, and yeah, he gets stopped in his tracks. And that's when the doors start opening, and everyone doesn't go until Professor Mike shouts, "Oh, hero doesn't wait for it. Goes like, run in, go, go, go!" And Zuko be like, "Crap!" He's like, starts running in. Everyone starts running in. Zuko be like, "It's time!" And Zuko would jump high into the air and just shout, "Woo-hoo!" and turn into a giant hawk. Everyone just see him. They're like, "What the?" And Zuko would basically dominate the scene. He would fly in as a hawk and then suddenly just turn into a freaking shark that freaking just eats up the robot. And Zuko would just be doing that using different abilities, turning into a fly to dodge the attacks of it, and then turn into a giant whale to crush the robots, getting stacks and points. Also using his strength, and overall Zuko's gotten 100 combat points, which is impressive. And everyone be like, "This kid's just everywhere," and like, "God damn, his quirk is cool," and all that stuff. And everyone would start trying to rack up more points before Zuko does, but they fail. So Zuko be racking points until they hear wall pounding, and everyone just look around and will see it's the giant 0-point robot, and everyone start running away, and Zuko thought, maybe I can take it on, until he hears, I'm not gonna scream because I can't anymore. Yeah, I grew up. Yeah, my voice is becoming deeper. Yeah, what you want? So Zuko would hear he would hear Uraka scream, and he would immediately hear it, and he would turn into a freaking hawk and move up the stuff, and she'd be like, he'd pick her up and he'd be like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Yeah, what? A giant hawk." And we're like, "Yeah, alright, get on my back." And he would fly her away and put her down safely, and she'd be like, "Where are you going? You can't take that on." And Zuko be like, "It's okay." And he would fly off. He would fly up into the air, and he'd turn back to normal, and he'd be like, "Woohoo!" And he would done like front flips, and everyone be like, "What the?" And Zuko be like, "Take this!" And he hits the 0-point robot with his hook right on top of his head, making it squash down, just like, squash, and then fall over. And it barely made a sound because Zuko squashed it. So yeah, Zuko would turn back to a hawk and slowly go down to the ground and turn back to normal, and everyone be like, "What the heck?" And Zuko be like, "That was cool." And he puts the hook back on his back, and he's just walking away, and everyone be like, "What the? Did you guys just see what this guy done?" And all that ish. So Zuko would go home knowing that he done well already. And he gets acceptance letter, and Zuko gets a letter from All Might, and he told him that he got 175 points, dominating. Dominating. And he saw that Baku came second with a good 90 points, surprisingly. So Zuko would go to school and all that stuff, looking for class 1A, and he would finally find it, where he enters, and he would see Bakugo and Ida arguing, and be like, "Bakugo, stop arguing with him." And Bakugo be like, "Shut up, Deku, I'm trying to deal with this." And that's when Ida would walk away and be like, "I am telling you, Ida," and as usual, and be talking until Zuko hears, "Hey, it's Eagle Guy." And Zuko would look around, and he's like, "Hawk." And be like, "Whatever." And they'll start talking and all that stuff. And that's when Azawa comes in. He's like, "It took you guys for 8 seconds to shut up. As like no students would notice." And he would introduce himself saying, "I'm Shoto Azawa. Put these clothes on and meet me outside." And it would be like, "Huh?" He's like, "Just meet me outside." So yeah, that's where they go. And they'll meet outside. So yeah, they would all be in the locker room where Zuko's changing and takes off his shirt, and they'll be like, "Whoa, wait, you have a tattoo?" And Zuko's like, "Yeah, but and Kirishima like, "Whoa, that's manly, man. You were out to totally get a tattoo too, but nah, my mom would kill me." And Zuko be like, "Yeah, it's more something a part of my quirk than an actual tattoo." It'd be like, "Oh wait, but isn't your quirk turning into different animals? Like, and like that's what maybe like Ayama would say because he was in the test. And Zuko was like, yeah, it is, but this is a part of the quirk, And it would be like, whoa, cool quirk, man. Yeah. And it was like, yeah, good luck on the exercise out there. And he'd be like, yeah, you too, man. And yeah, kind of making a friendly thing with Kirishima. So they'll go outside, and Aizawa starts to explain that the government's trying to make everyone equal and not let the powerful succeed and all that stuff. And he calls up Izuku and is like, throw this ball as far as you can. Izuku's like, are you sure? It's like, yeah. So Izuku's like, alright then. And Izuku winds up. No, actually, Izuku doesn't wind up. He takes his hook. He's like, alright then. And he throws it up, and he takes the hook and hits the ball like it was a baseball. And he smacked it far away. Far away. Getting 2,500 meters. And everyone would be very impressed, and Izuku would be like, I could have done it harder, bro. Just mumbling to himself. And Aizawa would be like, see, Izuku was a powerful person, but he was held back because to this illogical system of trying to, not suppress, trying to make everyone equal, where he could just succeed and become even stronger. And everyone would be like, yeah, this is going to be fun. And all that stuff. And Shawa would be like, fun? Right then, since you guys are going to be fun, whoever comes last place is getting expelled, as usual. And that will force everyone to do their best. And Zuko feels like he's okay, because from that throw, it seemed like he impressed Aizawa while we were talking about him. So yeah, I'm gonna say, as usual, Izuku dominates this. Like, it's not even a competition for him. He dominates this. Like, turning into a hawk for the speed one, using his godly strength to freaking break the grip machine, and yet again using his strength or turning into an animal to clear the hook. It's just to clear the jump. It's just too easy for him. And Zuko actually comes in first place. And Aizawa would just tell him that it was a joke. Well, not joke. More of a scheme to get them to use their full potential. And everyone would be pissed off, saying like, oh, god damn it. So yeah. The next day, they have a normal day where nothing's really out of the ordinary, just English science and all that stuff, until All Might comes running in saying, coming in like a hero and all that stuff, wearing his Silver Age costume. Everyone would be excited, like, oh crap, it's All Might, and I'll be like, oh, and you start talking about that, like, heroes have different situations and they're gonna be able to have to take down different villains. And he says that most the smart villains know that all the important fights actually go indoors. Well, I know you guys only see the outdoors ones, but most villain attacks are indoors, so you guys have to learn how to do this. And everyone starts getting excited, and he's like, you guys, by doing that, need to have swagger. And that's like, yeah, swagger. And he shows them the hero costumes. So basically, what I'm gonna say is Zuko's hero costume, it's basically gonna be what Maui has. He has the more, okay, I'm gonna say he has actual proper shorts than just some leaves and feathers. It's more appropriate, I'll say. It's a more modern day one where he has shorts and something cool. I can't really describe it. And he has the necklace, and he has his body out where he knows he's gonna get multiple tattoos. And he has that one hit with his hand up in the air with his hook, signaling that he is able to master it, having his first feat. So yes. Yeah, All Might starts explaining what the exercise is gonna be, and as usual, and yeah, all that goes the same, and he selects the same teams as usual. So Izuku's outside with Uraka, and Uraka asks, do you know Bakugo? He's like, yeah, me and him were friends, and now we're more of rivals. And she'll be like, huh, well, seems like a great relationship. And Zuko's like, it was, the middle part was not so good. And be like, oh? Zuko's like, don't worry about it. She's like, okay, what's the plan? And Zuko's like, it's not much of a plan. Well, but just run to the top. And she'll be like, wait, but don't you? It's okay. I can deal with Bakugo. And she'll be like, what makes you so sure? Let's just say I have the strength of All Might on my side. And he kind of laughs, trying to make it seem like it wasn't like a real expression. And Uraka just took it as a joke and be like, alright then, I'll go to the top. And Zuko's like, alright then. So that's when they walk in and All Might shouts, go! And this time, Bakugo doesn't really go off because he knows Izuku's strength is immense. So yeah. So Bakugo is looking at the door already with these gauntlets ready because he knows what's going on. And Ito's like, don't you think that's irrational? It's like, no. Izuku, I hate to say it, but he's probably the strongest one here. And I can't take any risks. Did I say risks? I mean risks. Yeah, Bakugo's aiming at the door ready to unleash his gauntlets. And Ito'll be like, alright then, I'll gain position too. So and all that stuff. And Izuku would just be in a flying around, and Uraka be like, wait up for me. And Uraka be like, whoever thought a fly would be so fast? And she starts running. And Izuku would finally go up and he'd be like, Uraka, come here. And she'd be like, alright. And Izuku's like, alright then. I'm gonna bust in. I'm gonna bust through. I'm gonna take them both and you're gonna run for the bomb, alright? She's like, right. And Izuku's like, 1, 2, 3. And he busts through the door. Not through the door. And Bakugo's like, ah! And he unleashed the gauntlet. And Izuku's like, crap! And Izuku turned into a fly to be able to dodge the attack. And Baku be like, kind of smiling until a fly just comes in and be like, wait, what the? And Bakugo realizes it's too late, and Izuku turns back to normal and freaking hits Bakugo with his hook. And Ito will turn on reciprocal burst, but Izuku's too fast, and you think you're able to grab Ito's leg and slam into the ground. And he would be like, Uraka! And Uraka would run in and touch the bomb, making them the winners. And All Might would actually name them the MVP. Well, name Izuku the MVP because he was able to deal with them both swiftly and with the least. Was able to deal with them swiftly. That's what I'm gonna say. So yeah, while the battle was happening, I'm gonna switch perspective. So after the fight Maui and Abaddon had, Maui thought that he was able to finish up Abaddon until he was actually able to slightly regenerate, and he was able to come back to life. And that's when Abaddon's like, crap, my power, it's too low. Damn that Maui. And yeah, so he would actually roam around and actually just turn into a spirit and just go whatever. Abaddon would actually be looking for a strong spirit he can take over or something, because he needs his power back if he's going to take on Maui again. So I'm going to say that Abaddon was actually able to find Shigaraki. And Shigaraki like, what is that feeling? And that's when Abaddon goes inside of him, and Abaddon's like, so this is the most hatred I felt. And that's when Shigaraki's like, who is this? And he's like, you will be good. And Shigaraki shouts, who the hell are you? And Abaddon's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm Abaddon. And I'm here to offer you something. And Shigaraki's like, what the hell do you want? It's like, so hostile. There's not much I want. all I want is to give you more power. And Shugo's like, huh? It's like, yes. I realized that I'm depleting, and I still have one goal in mind, to kill someone. And I thought maybe if I went to the most person with the most hatred, they'd accomplish this. And that led me to you, Shigaraki. Shigaraki's like, what makes you think that I'll take out this guy? Well, because he's going to become one of your enemies too. He's going to become both of our problems. I'll guarantee you that very soon. And Shigaraki's like, huh. And Abaddon's like, I can give you different abilities. I can give you ability. I can give you your own ability where you have your own flames. And another one where you can empower people. And Shigaraki's like, huh. Alright then, Abaddon. If you say this Maui, you say, it's gonna be a real threat. Alright then, I'll take that stupid power of yours. And Abaddon was just laughing. He's like, pleasure doing business with you, Shigaraki. So that's why I'm getting off today. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, that was part one of 2 of what if Deku had Maui's power. So yeah, I left you guys off a cliffhanger. So make sure stay tuned for part 2. It's gonna be out very soon. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. It's been King Donald signing out. Peace.